Alright, hello again, YouTube land. I'm recording this a little on the fly, as it were, because I'm standing here making dinner and listening to some TV in the background, but that's what I wanted to record a quick thing about, is the TV. Not the TV itself, but one of the wonderful features TV provides, which is cable television. Now, I haven't had cable television of my own, meaning a utility in my name that I paid for, since 2005. So it's been a while. I did have the ability to watch cable when I first moved to New York for about a year and a half. But ever since I moved in with Sam, I haven't had cable. I mean, I watch it at my parents' house when we visit, but I haven't had cable of my own. And Sam was very self-aware about it. I've mentioned this before. He was very worried. Cable is addicting. I mean, like most things that can become a vice or established as a vice, when you have exposure to it, you're going to indulge. Unless you have self-control, unless you have self-restraint, or unless you have someone who really throws down the hammer and says, man, don't fuck around. Just don't. Well, Sam and I talked about it, and the sticky wicket, aside from his concerns, was the price. Because, let's face it, unless you find some incredible, remarkable deal for some sort of, 3-feature whatever, it's not really the best way of spending money. It's not really efficient, and it's certainly not cheap. Well, we were on the list of people to call from the promotions department at our service provider for our phone and our internet. And they called and they said, well, here's the deal we're running. It would only be $10 more. You are eligible even though you already have 2 features. Here's the thing. So we agreed. And it's going to be 1 or 2 billing cycles before we can completely verify that that's the price it's going to be. Because obviously doing it this part of the month, it's partially prorated on the next bill, so it kind of hinkies the math for a little bit. I still have time. So that's the thing that we have to be careful about. But I got to admit, this is the first afternoon. I mean, it's only been installed since 2 o'clock, and right now it's 5:45 Eastern Standard. Hi, Treble. And I blinked. 3-4 hours by. Happy. Sitting on the couch, knitting, deciding what to make for dinner, looking at the cat being cute in Sam's chair at his computer. And as I came in to make dinner, it occurred to me what a simple thing cable is. In modern terms, it's a simple thing, like having access to the phone, having access to the internet, which many second and third world countries don't have the privilege of. And I'm not suggesting that I experience the same thing, because we're not impoverished. Neither of us is starving. I'm easily 150 pounds overweight. Starving is not an issue in my life. But by modern first world standards, it occurred to me exactly how basic something like the amenity of cable is. And I haven't had it for such a long time. And I had to stop and question myself and say, wow, should I really be this happy just to have cable television? I mean, I should be out looking for work. I should be sitting at my computer job hunting. I mean, Craigslist, any number of websites. But the truth of the matter is, I've been doing that this whole time without cable to no fruition. And I can still work on a computer, obviously, if I'm sitting in front of a television. But I don't know. Such a huge portion of my life, and I'm including being in the crib and being put to sleep at night watching things like Get Smart and Bewitched, has been centered and based around television. I mean, I was born in 1983. TV was my third parent, let's be honest. So for me, it's kind of like getting back in touch with someone I haven't spoken to in a long time. And I gotta say, in the end, I am concerned that there may come a point where I overindulge. But generally speaking, when I have cable, I'm cleaning. I'm crafting, knitting and stuff. Now that I'm actually working on commission knitting projects and I know that there are people who are willing to buy what I make, you know, it gives me something to do. And I have ADHD, so sitting in front of a television watching something while knitting, awesome multitasker for someone who can't really focus on one particular thing at a time. So, alright, I won't talk about this any longer because my dinner should be done cooking in about a minute and a half, and I don't know. I just got really happy about the fact that Sam is willing to allow cable in the house, and it is an issue of allowance because I can't pay for it on my own. The utilities we have at the moment are in his name because I'm still rectifying past debt problems, and I'm home. Generally speaking, he's not. He has a full-time job. So I'm glad that he's decided to allow it. And hopefully it'll work out for the both of us. I know it's working out for me so far. But that's the end of my rant about cable television. I will talk to you guys later in the week.